I came across an online vendor, at some point. I really can't remember when now, but she wrote on her post then that she wasn't offering a particular service at a particular amount anymore, which means at some point she had offered that service at that amount. The truth is, I never had any business with her, but I felt attacked. Like, if I was this person's customer, won't I feel bad and blah 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 and all that. But really and truly, I started asking myself this question: was she rude? Was she proud? Is she just trying to show? But at the same time, I was able to answer myself that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. You will break into pieces for everything. And you won't even be able to find yourself inside yourself after doing so much. So really, I titled this gist, Setting Standard and Standing by It. My name is Olufisayo, and welcome to my channel. It is very important that as we journey through life, we set standard for ourselves. I'm going to say that again, that as we go through our day-to-day activities, as we go through our businesses, that we set standards for ourselves and stand by it. Now, you know what this helps you do? It helps you focus on what you want to achieve or what you intend to become. But if you are just here and there, you don't even have what you stand for, people will see you just like that and they will use you the way you have presented yourself to be. Now, it is one thing to set standard. It is another thing to stand by it. Personally, I think setting standard is actually easy. The hard part is standing by what you have said now. Do you understand? Like, when you say that, I don't want to do this, I don't want to, especially when you've been hurt, it's easy to say you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. But now the problem comes with standing by it. Because at the point where you're supposed to stand by it, you now start thinking, if I do this, won't this person get offended? Won't they see me as proud? Won't they see me as rude? The truth of the matter is, my brother, my sister, don't come and kill yourself. You cannot please everybody. I am saying it again. You cannot please everybody. See, even if you are the best person on earth and you are giving everybody attention, giving everybody money, some people will still come out and gang up against you. I don't even understand. Like, they will still come out from somewhere to gang up against you. So it's just normal. So as you journey through life, I realize that it is important to set standard. Know what you stand for and stand by it, gidigba. As in firmly. Like, don't even bend, especially when you are sure of what you have, put out now, what you stand for now. So really and truly, you cannot please everyone. You have no control over how people will react now to what you stand for or the standards you have set for yourself. You have no control over it. You have no control. You have no control. That's like you have no control. You have no control. The only thing you have control over is how you present your standards to people now. Number one, I think you have to be polite about it so that you don't appear rude to people, so that people don't see you as a proud person. Like, people don't see you as, you just have to be polite. You also have to be direct about it. Let people know, let people be sure of what you stand for now. You don't say things like, maybe, be sure, I can't do this. I won't be able to do this. And let them know that that's what you stand for. Setting standard can be viewed in two ways. It can be in relationship or in business. This relationship, I'm sure everybody, one way or the other, we've been affected by it, But the most important thing, that whatever standard you're setting in a relationship should be based on values, strong and good values. Now, that's understandable. In fact, when before one or two people get to hear about it, and no matter how angry they are about your standards, eventually people will understand you and accept you for who you are. So far, it is based on good values. You know, you can't just wake up one morning, for example, now and say, I don't want to have anything to do with anybody. I don't want to ask for help from anybody now, or I don't want to ask anything from anybody. Like, seriously? Who does that? You are not God now. Seriously, you are not God. One thing we need to understand is there's a reason why God has placed people around us. Fine, there should be boundaries, but you can't just say you don't want to have anything to do with anybody. Irú boundary, irú standard, standard wo nìyẹn? Like, seriously, are you kidding? How do you even want to survive? So really, you don't just make standards that are baseless. It doesn't make sense. So your standard has to be based on strong and reasonable values. Now, for someone like me that carry Jesus on my head, I practically set my standards based on the Word of God. Now, in the case of business now, that is in cases where you offer value for money, you actually have to set standards. Yes, it's important, but you need to be sure that the standards you set are based on the kind of value you give. Like, what I'm trying to say is, you are so sure of the value, and the people that patronize you, that's your clients, it's not sure die. Do you understand? Like, they have so much confidence in you. So when you set standard based on that, that means you are sure of the value you are giving. You don't just set, standards that are what's the word now? You don't just set standards based on everybody is setting standard, or I want to level up. No, you don't. It doesn't work that way. You understand? I remember I had a friend that usually does something for us, and then she does it at a very affordable rate. And the funniest part, all of a sudden, I just noticed that this girl just stepped up somehow. She just, got to a point, and then we called her as usual, as we call her, to come and render that service for us. And all of a sudden, she told us that it's this at a particular amount now. The next thing, I felt bad. I was attacked. I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with this girl, Seth? You understand? But Omolomo, the girl that already, she knows where she was going to. She has a plan. And somehow, all of these things we were bringing to our table wasn't, it's not auguring well with what she has in her mind, the kind of future she planned for herself. So really, even as much as we are setting standard, we should be very, 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 conscious of people's standards and accept it for them. Business people, come out. Oh, now in the case of business, I'm sure a lot of us are doing business. Almost everyone has one business or the other. So in the case of business, where you have to set standard for your business, it's important that you set a standard, or maybe the value. You have to make your customers see the value of, how will I put it now? You have to set your standard based on the level of, the value you are giving now. There has to be something the customer will see and say, okay, for this kind of standard this person has set, it is worth it. It's not just something that you are not offering a solid service now, and then you just, set a standard. You just want to level up, all in the name of, level up. Okay, so I'm joking right now, but seriously, that's the point. There has to be something people will see and say, yes, it's worth it. Now, one thing you need to understand in the process is that, for example, you have 20 customers. Not all your customers will level up with you, will go with you, or will follow that standard. You have to lose some customers in the process. You lose, some people that don't see that vision you carry, which is fine. Is really not a crime. It just shows that at every stage in life you need different people. That's just the simple illustration. In conclusion, set a standard. It helps. Stand by it. That also helps. But if other people set standards, you need to learn to respect their standard. You don't need to be dramatic about it. If you are not, if you see that you cannot adhere to their rules or to their standard, or to support them in standing for what, in believing for what they stand for now, it's fine. Just quietly walk away. One thing is key. After setting standard and standing by it, people will bring dramas, people will be angry, people will, talk, people will call you names. It's fine. It's fine. Stand by your standards. And eventually, I repeat, eventually, they will adjust. The ones that cannot adjust will leave, and you will still have your life now in a better form. Hi, I hope this helps you. My name still remains Olufisayo. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification button. Thank you. Bye. Sorry, there's one more thing I forgot to add. Please click the like button. Please, 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 please.